How's everyone doing? It's Ryan here with Interactive Garage, wrapping up the end of Q3, rolling into Q4. So we're a little bit late just because I wanted to squeeze a few more products in. So, excuse the tardiness on a couple days. But I think what you are going to see is we've got a ton of new products. We always say that because there literally is a ton of new products on all the vehicles that we have. We've got some great stuff coming with the whole Lippert team. So Ranch Hand, Aries, and Kurt. Kurt's kind of cool. We've got some hitches, some both fifth wheel and gooseneck hitches on some vehicles, and we're populating all the trucks coming up here in Q4 with all the Kurt hitches and stuff. And then we just continue on all the Ranch Hand product lines and the Aries product lines from them. And then all of our other great vendor partners that we've had, we continue to update, and make sure that all the steps from Go Rhino, Weston, the whole Real Truck or Truck Hero group and everybody else are upgraded and updated on all the vehicles. We'll just roll right into this real quick, and then I have a new update on the admin I think a lot of you are going to like. It's based around a lot of customers asking for some different things. So let's just roll into Q3 updates real quick. Everything is going to be on the email blast that you clicked on this video to get to, and if not, go to interactivegarage.com, and in the news section, that's where all of our new product announcements are put. A couple new vehicles. We did the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Not a ton of products on those yet, actually, just a lot of wheels and tires and some rack stuff from Yakima. And kind of like some of the other new vehicles, just as more products roll out from the OEMs as well as the aftermarket, we'll keep jamming them on those vehicles. But those two vehicles, we did upgrade the 2022 to 23 new Chevy 1500. So it had some different items up in the front grille. The front fender's a little different. The front bumper's different. So not everything is going to cross over. Tonneau covers did. Running boards did. I think side window deflectors did. And some other bed stuff. But on the front end, from pretty much the front fender forward was redesigned. So, fender flares aren't going to be the same. Even bull bars and grill guards and grill inserts and all that, hood shields are all different. So we're waiting for our great vendor partners to update that as far as like more products for that vehicle, but that is new. And then we did do a chassis cab. So our first chassis cab was an F350 or 350, 450, and 550. We actually, I said we were never going to do this, but in the chassis cab industry, the standard cab is actually a very popular configuration. So we have the Ford F350, 450, 550 in standard cab, extended cab, or they call super cab, and then crew cab on that vehicle. And then we have two different cab to axle. So they don't do it by bed lengths, they actually do it by cab to axle. So as we kind of get more of the bed side of it figured out, we've got a couple products from Knapheide that we did as a demo. We're trying to get Knapheide on board, but everything forward, the bug shields, the running boards, at least in most of the cab configurations, we have some standard ones done. All that will be the same. Some of the manufacturers did indicate that the 450, 550 configuration for the front is different, so not all the bull bars will cross up to the front. But pretty cool if you're in the commercial truck side and you get a lot of customization from your customers of their vehicles. Pretty excited about doing more of that. The cabin chassis. So we already have the imaging done for the Chevy as well as the Ram. Just kind of waiting to get more on this on the Super Duty before we continue on with the other stuff. So, but go ahead and enable them on your program, and then that way you can kind of see what's available. And then also on the vendors. So you're gonna see I'll just run down the list real quick. Weston, Rough Country, Amp Research, Rancho Suspension, BDS Suspension, Decked, Cargo Glide, so that new unit that's, Decked bought Cargo Glide, so now it's a Decked product, so we have a new slider bed unit from them, and then the slider / drawer package. Again, I said Napide. Truxedo has a new JK application. The ones I mentioned before, like Rancho, we've got some new loaded struts, the 5000X loaded struts, RS7 MT strut kits, some new Bronco accessories from them, a new JLU kit, sport kit from them. Amp Research, we did some updates on like the new Tahoe, the 2022 Tahoe. They came out with a power step. Ford Bronco 4-door, they had a power step. Rough Country, tons. They do such a great job on their site, the new product section. So their Bronco updates are nudge bars, lift kits, rock sliders, rear bumpers. So a ton of stuff from them. New F-150 kits, ditch lights for the Chevy 1500. Tundra items, so the brand new 2022 to current Tundra. We've got floor mats, running boards, lift kits, and LED light options. So a lot of stuff from them. Weston, JT rear bumper, HDX grill for the new Frontier. So we introduced Frontier last time. New products from Weston, Trail FX, Go Rhino on the Frontier. So again, as those new vehicles come up, the manufacturers start populating, and then that's how we get to them. Let's see, Mopara hitch packages. So kind of like Kurt, we're kind of focusing on the rear of the vehicle, doing some more hitch stuff. So you're going to see more OEM hitch items, and from Kurt, Metal Cloak. If you're a Metal Cloak dealer, we've got some new JK bumpers on there. As well as some Bronco skid items, and then they have a Ram lift kit that we've done. I mentioned ranch hands, so running steps. They don't call them running boards, it's running steps. Their midnight bumper, and then their Legend grill guard. And then Aries, tons of steps. I mean, let me go down the list here. Action Track, rocker steps, switchback headache racks, classic headache rack, Advant Edge headache rack, Advant Edge Boulevard, Advant Edge running board, tongue twister, a lot of stuff from Aries. AVS, we look at auto vent shade and just try to go across the vehicle and make sure that the hood shields and side window deflectors are populated on all the vehicles. So random new part numbers from them. Mickey Thompson came out with some new wheels. They killed the Brian Deegan line of tires, sorry. They killed the Brian Deegan line, and now it's Baja Legend. So we got Baja Legend MTX, Baja Legend EXP, Baja Boss AT, and new applications for the Sidebiter 2 and Classic 3. So those are the wheel side, but a lot of new stuff from Mickey Thompson. Make sure you go in there and look. And real quick on that too, if you built packages up, which we hope you all continue to do, but if you build a package up with a Mickey Thompson tire, and let's say it was a Deegan tire, and it goes, they discontinued those, so those are killed. So it will kill that whole package. So you'll need to go into your packages and make sure you keep updating if those packages will have an X next to them, which means out of stock or out of inventory or distribution. So you'll want to build up some new packages with some of these new Mickey Thompson tires. Real quick, so Quadratech Wholesale has a new set of wheels that we just uploaded on all the Jeeps, so on the 5-on-5 bolt pattern. So they've got a Lynx, Whipsaw, Tail Gunner, Tactic, Lynx. There's 4 or 5 different wheel combinations from Quadratech Wholesale. So if you buy anything from that vendor, you can enable those products. Terraflex has a new Nomad wheel for a Bronco, and then they also have some new wheels that we'll have on Q4 coming up, but at least the Nomad wheel option for the Broncos are available. Skyjacker had a couple random kits that we put on the Subarus. I thought that was kind of cool, more focus on that CUV market. Superlift had some new Bronco kits, they had some new JT kits, and then just some randoms for the Bronco, just because again, between Bronco and Jeep going back and forth of what's the most popular vehicle accessorized. New Bronco products from Deviate, Z-Roads, Havoc Off-Road, WeatherTech, Fab Fours, their new tube rock sliders, and then Rock Slide Engineering. So some of those that you're not going to see on all vehicles, like Z-Roads. They just had a lot of really cool product for that Bronco, that new rack that they had, and some other lighting options. So we decided to put those on. And then Deviate, even though they've temporarily kind of went away from Interactive Garage, they still have some great products. We have a ton of their products on all the other vehicles. So we're trying to keep them up and updated, even though they're not a participating vendor right now. Okay, so that's enough. Go on in your admin and enable all those great manufacturers and their products. Make sure you go and look at your vehicles, because again, we don't assume that you want to show any of the vehicles that we add. So go in and make sure that all the vehicles that you want shown are enabled in your admin. All right, so I'm going to transition over and okay, so here's your admin. We have a new column here called Miscellaneous Custom Options. So a lot of you asked, instead of the typical, I'm going to pick on a 4-wheel performance here, my friend Dawson. So we're going to do a Tacoma. Let's go SR5, double cab, short bed. So people had asked before, hey, is there a way that, if I'm a dealership, I don't want to show this as a email vehicle build. I actually want to have it say print vehicle build, or not print vehicle, but let me just put something on here real quick. So I've got this one product. So instead of email vehicle build, customers were asking for something a little bit different. So now we've got a couple options where it says get a quote or get an estimate. So now instead of email vehicle build, you can actually have that button say something else, like get a quote. So a lot of our dealerships ask for that. So now you can opt that and you can save. The checkout button, if we're hooked to your shopping cart or you're using an Interactive Garage cart, you can now have it say checkout, add to cart, or buy now. Just little things that have been asked of us. And instead of doing it custom each time, we just figured we'd, spend some time in the admin and get this updated. So literally as soon as I do this, so instead of get a quote or an estimate, and then checkout, I left the same. Sometimes you have to go into your history, clear your history in cache to see it. I'm going to go to vehicle select and choose another vehicle. And you will see that instantaneously, this is now should be, instead of the email button, it should say get an estimate, right? So it is live. So that's pretty cool. And then the other ones that we added were, so down here at the bottom, there's this all pricing displayed is in US dollars. So we had a lot of customers say, well, man, what about labor? I don't want to show labor, and I also don't want people to think that labor is included, because maybe, again, you're a dealership or a retail shop. You might not have tax or any of that stuff because they're not. Tax is not assessed in here. So what we did is, in this admin now, you have some optional warnings here. So labor is not included in product of the price. So you have some other items. So we had to put these in buckets, right? So labor is a bucket, tax is a bucket. But at the same time, as you see up here, there's a maximum of 4 total warnings. And we had to do that just because of size. Once we put these all in here, so let's say I'll do a labor, tax is not included, shipping, tax does not include shipping and delivery, and then don't see what you're, this is a good one, don't see what you're looking for, please call our sales. Because obviously, we've told, many people, and, we've told you when we sell you this program, is we don't have everything, right? So if you have access to everything the Keystone offers, or, let's say a particular vendor like Fuel Wheels, right? So we don't have every fuel wheel on there. So this little notification will kind of give your customer that, oh, okay, they don't have everything. So in the past, we've told people just to put a little banner above the iframe that kind of says that. Well, now this isn't huge. I would still say if you already have that banner up there, leave your banner up there. But this is this little area that will, let your customers. So I check these 4. And then now again, I'm going to go and I have to clear my history because my cache is pretty good. So I'm going to go vehicle select. This time, let's do a Jeep, do a Gladiator, high altitude. So now down here at the very bottom, and again, it's kind of like that small fine print on a contract. It is down there. It's not. We don't want it to be big, bold, and in your face because a lot of this stuff is, it's something that we just it's not a focus of our program, but it's more of a focus of your business. So we did put it in 2 areas, right up top here and then right down low, so that you can put on there, here's all your stuff. Again, we can't commit to doing everything that everyone is going to ask for on these. We will do it based upon what makes the most sense. And even if it's, if more than one suggest it, we'll do it on a kind of a case-by-case basis. So, send me your emails on this. We hope you use this as it is, but if there is something else needed that we might not have hit on, then Ryan at interactivegarage.com, 435-879-8208, extension 1. Happy to hear you out on these. And obviously like this, this is something that has been asked for us for a little while. We always look at what we can do to improve not only the front end UX or the back end admin for you guys. So if there's something that we can do, please, we're happy to hear suggestions, and we put those suggestions in a very serious note box that I look at once a week just to say, all right, what else do we need to get done? So anyway, into Q3, let's have a great Q4 coming into the holidays. Those of you going to SEMA, have a great time. Let me know, send me some images. I'm not going this year. It's probably the first time in a long time. I've been going since 1982. I was a little 10-year-old kid, if that tells you how old I am. But I was a little 10-year-old kid running around getting, hooker header stickers and any of the swag that I could find on manufacturers' tables, running around with my dad and the company he had at the time. So not going this year. It's probably a trend that I hope doesn't continue with a lot of manufacturers, Ford pulling out, Honda pulling out, and many others that I don't have a list of. But I decided that our focus is here. We're putting more vehicles on the program. We're putting more manufacturers, getting more products, and a lot of other cool things coming down the road. So this is our focus. This is our business. And we hope that anything that we put out there is something that is really helping you guys all out sell more products. So again, thank you, and have a great Q4.